Michigan Wolverines. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Be looking forward to it all week. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Running back searching for a hole. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And they're not on the same page there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. To the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Back to pass. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Little. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. He was doing everything he could. Got away from one guy, but not that next one, and he came up short.
Yeah, he needed a few more extra efforts to find a way to make that happen. Nice catch. Nice job breaking the first tackle, but couldn't get rid of the next guy and get that extra yardage he needed for the first down.
Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Right back to him on the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And the Wolverines come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
On the ground, it's Henderson. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Motion from the wideout. With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll try the run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Finds a tight end. Breaks into the open. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. There's a high football. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. And wings it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Wants to throw it. Got a man, it's Henderson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense because you don't have hands? Yeah.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that would cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse, move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. Back to pass. It's Underwood. It's complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Grbac or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
That's reeled in. It's Hansen. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
The Wolverines are on the move.
Check, check. Red 18. Red 18.
They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field. It's Underwood. Swings it out to his running back. There he goes. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense.
27 patio. Set. Ready.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. There's the pressure. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
Ain't no doubt. He can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants and buy time and throw the football. But you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this cat.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 14 to Duke. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
To the air on 2nd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Going to try to hit him over the top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Oh, right through his fingers, he muffed it. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on 1st down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It out in space. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Is in the air. And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. On offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball. Turning it on! They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled
we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Auburn. And that one will put him up here in the second half. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Underwood. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option.
And
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that one.
And he'll be brought down.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Henderson. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. On the run, it's Henderson. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds a crease at the 20. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job of flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Stanford is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 14 to Florida State. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive will open from the 15. Running behind that left side. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They're going to ride this running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll run play action. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets one fly deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down return, but what a play to get the football back. So here comes the Michigan offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Wolverine! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Henderson. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more.
Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw again. Caught near the sticks. It's Henderson. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, they've tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways, and they haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. It took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play. It's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy going more on the ground.
He's looking to throw. Gets it to the back. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with his second and goal. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. They're trying to slam it in. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on fourth and goal. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
In a fourth and goal situation, bring in the beef, the goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making checks. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
After that incompletion here, tied in the fourth quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock, or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So here comes the Auburn offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. These fans stepping up to pass. Finds his man. It's Turner. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And listen, obviously, in this area, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in them. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's got it. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Michigan. And they've moved up front here in the 4th.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offense is don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Past the 45. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Seizing an open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball, You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Change now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Try to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those 1st downs and just make that clock run.
It's a 1-score game lead, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Quick completion on the out route. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Takes the easy one to the back. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Started on this drive from the 24. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Cut out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He tries to take the top off. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep. And don't let anyone get behind you.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Michigan.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Auburn.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to pass a clock and enemy. Looking for a huge play. Touchdown Wolverines. They move on top here in the 4th.
The offense uses the clock to perfection. Uses every second. Listen, if you don't score here, if this ball's not caught, you're going into overtime. But it is caught. The big play you dream about from a quarterback perspective, throwing the game-winning touchdown with everything on the line.
When you dream of these scenarios, you never think the touchdown comes with 28 seconds left. It's always 3, 2, 1, horn, gun, ball game, and they got it done.
And that is heartbreaking for the defense as well, guys. They needed one stop. One big stop at a critical juncture in the game, and I know for them moving forward, that's a play they're not going to soon forget.
No, in ways I could have executed a little bit better, but the offense ain't feeling that way. They're feeling really good about putting that drive together when it mattered most and getting the ball in the end zone.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.